So this is a quick training on getting better sleep. So it seems like sleep is a commodity these days. We need more of it, but we can't come by it for some reason. So let's jump right in on how we can get you to sleeping better so that you have more energy, your mood is better, and you want to actually live that life that you've been dreaming of as far as exercising, eating better. Now you have the energy to do all of that because your sleep is taken care of. So why this is important. Number one, guys, right off the bat, is sleep will regulate your hormones, right? If you're not sleeping, that is going to raise cortisol levels because in the past, traditionally, if we weren't sleeping, that meant we were on alert from all the, saber-toothed tigers that were out there that were going to come in and attack us at night. So if we weren't sleeping, that meant we were pulling guard or we were like really worried about that. So that's what your body is thinking about right now if you're not sleeping. So your stress is through the roof. And if your body thinks that it's stressed out, one of the insurance policies of your body when it's stressed out is to hold on to fat. Because that means, okay, well, if I'm stressed out and I don't get a meal, at least I've got some of this fat that I can fall back on and use as fuel if I'm not eating. So if you're stressed out, that's the mode your body goes into, is fat storage mode. So sleep is super important there. It, of course, contributes to energy level. It calms your body down and tells it that everything is okay. So again, going back to telling your body, hey, don't worry about it. It's all cool, man. We don't need to be stressed out. And of course, that will contribute to weight loss. So one of the biggest things that we teach inside of our program is the meal taper method. So this is something that only clients have ever been exposed to, but it's really important. And we do this with every single client, especially those who struggle with sleep. So we start each day with our higher calorie meals when we're doing the most activities. When we're getting up, we're going to work, we want to be really productive in the beginning of the day. Maybe we're waking up and getting a workout first thing, whatever the case may be. So that is going to be where most of our higher calorie meals are going to come from, breakfast and maybe a higher calorie snack. And that's going to give us, like I said, the most energy in the morning. Then we're going to taper off our meals as the day goes on. So each meal has lower calories than the last, right? So with each meal, we're getting less and less food, telling our body that we need less and less energy because sleep is approaching. We're winding down throughout the day. So we're thinking about sleep and we're preparing for sleep from the moment we even start our day. Right? Again, this tells our body to wind down that, okay, well, I need most of my energy in the beginning of the day. I'm going to expend all of my energy. I'm going to use all of this food that I'm getting. And then as the day goes on, I don't have as much food. So I'm not extending or expending as much energy. So I'm winding down, getting ready for sleep. The next big one, guys, is caffeine, okay? Of course, we in our side of our program, we don't take away caffeine at all. I drink caffeine, as do most people these days, and all caffeine is going to be consumed before 10 a.m. because caffeine will stick in your system well beyond the 4, 5, 6 hour mark sometimes, especially if you're not used to it. So we're going to limit caffeine to before 10. That way it's completely out of our system before we get ready for sleep. Because again, when you're sleeping at night, you can't expect to go right up until the moment you're trying to sleep and then boom, just try to lay your head on the pillow and go to bed. You have to prepare for sleep hours beforehand. So if there's still caffeine in your system hours before you're going to bed, you can't prepare for it. So we need to make sure our caffeine is out of our system as we prepare to get ready for bed. Another big one these days is, of course, electronics. So I'm sure you've heard a lot about this. And we actually have all of our clients, especially this big second one, is the night mode in their phones. So all clients go into their phone settings and we turn on night mode after 5 p.m. So you can set a time limit on when your phone actually turns off its own blue light so that you're not exposed to that blue light. Your body doesn't think, oh, the sun's out, And then, of course, another thing we teach is 8 hours before you need to be awake, we're going to actually stop using electronics. So if you need to be awake at 6 a.m. the next day, that means 10 p.m., everything goes off. The last one here is lights, and you might not think that it's a big one, but it really is. So we're going to be turning off all overhead lights after dark and going by lamps only. I've seen even some people do candlelight, and when you employ all of these things, as soon as your face hits the pillow, you're out like a light. You're out like a light, especially with the first two here. Okay, with tapering off your meals and giving your body that less calorie meals towards the end of the day and limiting the caffeine to before 10 a.m., holy moly, your sleep is saved. It's insane. So this is something super powerful. Hopefully this was helpful. And if there's anything else you need, please let me know.